Nancy's Animal Adventures. Hi friends, Nancy here. I just got back from an animal adventure, and so I bought this book so that I could read about the animal that I saw. And at the end of the show today, there will be some pictures of me and Tio and our friends going to go see some manatees in the wild. Alright, so let me go ahead and read this. This is about manatees. Now, this isn't a pretend story. This is a non-fiction book, and that means that this book is all true. Nothing is made up. Like you would read a book about a manatee that might be named Barbara and about her doing human things. But that's not real, right? This is about a real manatee, okay? And this book is all about manatees because it's called Manatees. And there's a manatee right there. There's their eyes and their nose. And what clues can we take about where a manatee lives? Let's see, there's flippers, or fins, and a tail. Where do you think a manatee might live? On land or in the water? If you said in the water, you're right. All right, let's get started about learning about manatees. Manatees are mammals that live in warm water. There are 3 species. The West Indian manatees can be seen off the coast of Florida and in the Caribbean, and the other manatees live in Africa and South America. There's a manatee under the water. The manatee's body is covered with whiskers. The short, stiff hairs help the animal feel for food. A manatee has an upper lip with 2 parts. Each part works like a finger to grip food. There is their mouth wide open with their teeth. And then they have whiskers like beards and mustaches. Manatees are large animals. Some people call them sea cows. Many weigh about 1,200 pounds. They can grow up to 13 feet in length. Amazonian manatees are the smallest kind. They usually do not weigh more than 1,000 pounds. There we go. Look at that one. They do look like potatoes, but sea cows works too. Water warmer than 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius is best for manatees. They swim using their tail and front flippers. Most manatees' flippers have fingernails. These dig into the sand to help the manatee walk underwater. Look at their toenails. You see them? Oh, and then this is the flipper. And he's got fingernails. There we go. Manatees can hold their breath for up to 20 minutes. Underwater, they search for plants to eat, and they chew using 6 large cheek teeth. Oh, they have 6 teeth. We have. Grown-ups usually have, I think we have 40 teeth, maybe. We have a lot more than that. But then a manatee. A mother manatee usually has 1 calf at a time. That means they don't have twins. The newborn weighs 60 to 70 pounds. The calf swims with its mother, and it eats plants and its mother's milk for about 2 years. So that means that he's a baby for about 2 years before he becomes a grown-up. Here's a baby manatee. Manatees often gather in small groups. They look for food in the same places. They may play together, and they rub faces or touch flippers. Do you see all of the manatees in the water together there? Oh, yeah. Manatees spend 6 to 8 hours a day looking for food. They sleep for 8 to 10 hours a day. The manatee can sleep underwater, but it still needs to breathe air every few minutes. There's the manatee. Some people swim with manatees in Florida. They float in the water, and manatees move around them. It can be fun to see those gentle giants up close. There's somebody up close to a manatee. People in Portugal told a story about how manatees and mermaids were connected. Long ago, a storm tossed a man off of his ship. A mermaid saved him near Africa. He asked the mermaid to come back with him. She made herself a heavy coat so she could swim in colder waters. But the man was not able to return for her, so she still swims along the African shore as a manatee. And then that is the end of the manatee book. But now I'm going to go to some videos of when I was in Florida and I was seeing some manatees. But remember, I was seeing the manatees in the wild, so I couldn't touch them and I couldn't go in the water because it's winter, it's cold. So I wasn't like this person. I was watching them from the top. So you have to be really good eyesight to be able to see the manatees under the water from above the water. All right, here we go. Hi friends, we're on a trail and we're gonna go see some wildlife. What kind of wildlife are we gonna see, Joe? Manatees. Manatees. And last time we were here, we saw sharks. Good to see. All right, everybody say cheese. Stingray tank.
There's one. Doesn't matter if it starts.
What did he feel like? It was slimy. He was slimy. All right, so this was a fish tank. So that means that the animals are captured here. The water is really clear and we can see them, and we were actually able to touch them because they were in a tank. And you'll see in a second, I'm gonna move to the side window and you'll be able to see the stingrays through the water swimming. But when we go outside to the wild, we won't be able to see the animals underneath the water. So let's go and see the manatees. So manatees really like the warm water, and it's winter right now. And so this electric company warms the water with what they do. So then all the manatees hang out. Can you see all of them? There's all of the manatees in the water. Oh, there's his nose. Let's see if we can get closer. Oh, actually, we'll get higher up on the platform. We'll see him from there too. So it is illegal to touch manatees because they are protected species. So we go up on the high platform, and we can see, if you see the little brown spots in the water, there's a manatee right there. He's putting his nose up so he can breathe, because manatees are mammals. And this is in the wild, so unlike the fish tank with the stingrays, we can not see them swimming under the water, but we are in the wild. This is the ocean, so this is not an aquarium, so we can just see there's 3 swimming. You see the 3 manatees right there? Oh, they're so cute. Did you hear that sound? I'm gonna play it again, and I want you to see if you can hear the sound of this animal makes. Dolphins? There are dolphins!
Yeah, he's chasing around fish.
Oh my goodness. Did you hear the dolphin sound? Here's a picture of that video where you can see the dolphins swimming in the water. So, last time I was at this manatee viewing center, we saw sharks. And I didn't see any sharks this time because I got to see dolphins, and I had never seen dolphins here before. And so you can see the dolphins swimming, and the reason I didn't see any sharks is because sharks do not like dolphins. They are not nice to each other. So here's another one. You can see the fin of the dolphin swimming, and it was such a fun surprise because I went wanting to see manatees and sharks and ended up seeing dolphins. And I think dolphins are probably my favorite sea creature, and there he was again. And I just was such a good time at this manatee viewing center, and I hope you guys enjoyed my adventure, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.